Okay, guys, so first, when we have a fraction in one of these equations, the easiest thing to do is to clear the fraction out. So if you remember from a previous chapter, the way we do that is to multiply through by a common denominator. In this case, that's going to be 4. So I'm going to multiply each term by 4, even the ones that don't have fractions. Okay, the 4s in the first one cancel out. That's the reason we do it. So we just have 1x squared minus 4 times 5x is 20x minus 4 times 4 gives us 16, and then 0 times 4 gives us 0. Then we're ready to do the quadratic formula. So a is the number in front of x squared, so it's 1. B is the number in front of x, so that's negative 20, and c is your constant, or negative 16. So write down the quadratic formula, negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And then we're going to substitute in the values. So we already have a negative sign. Then we're going to substitute in negative 20 for b plus or minus. In parentheses, negative 20 squared minus 4 times a is 1 and c is negative 16. All over 2 times a, which is 1. Okay, then we're ready to simplify some more. So a negative and a negative here makes us a positive 20 plus or minus 20 squared is 400. And then we have negative 4 times 1 is negative 4 times negative 16 is positive 64 all over 2. Go ahead and add what's under the radical. So we get 464. Okay, then we need to reduce or break down the square root of 464. So I'm going to do that over here. So if you check and see what goes into 464, it's 16. And 464 divided by 16 is 29. And then the square root of 16 is 4, so we get 4 square root 29. Alright, the last thing you need to do is reduce this if you can. So what we're going to do is look at all of these numbers here. Not the one under the square root, but the other 3. If they're all divisible by the same thing, you're allowed to reduce it. So I noticed that 2 goes into all of those. So I'm going to divide all those by 2. So 20 divided by 2 is 10, plus or minus. 4 divided by 2 gives me 2, square root 29. We can divide the bottom by 2, but 2 divided by 2 is 1, which means we don't really need that as part of the answer. We can't add these together because the second term has a radical, so that would be your answer.